Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing today? In today's video, there's a few things that I'd like to discuss. And the first thing is this. Well, as a few of you may remember, I wasn't alive back then, but the draft, right? Okay. And this happened when? With Vietnam and all that, okay? Okay. Well, now, because it was only men that were going to be drafted, right? 18 and up, whatever, right? Okay. Angel face, my cat, sorry. Now, the Senate Armed Forces Committee, okay, has approved language in its annual defense policy bill that would require women to register for the draft. So for all of us that have daughters, granddaughters, nieces, okay, they're now going to have to register for the draft. So what does this tell us? Something is brewing. There are many women who are in the military already. There are a lot of women who are in the Marines. When we went to Paris Island, when Andrew graduated, they were all in what's called Oscar Company. And believe me when I say there was a lot of girls that were graduating on the same day that Andrew's company, which was called Mike Company, was graduating. But now, instead of it just being voluntary for our daughters and nieces and granddaughters to go into the Marines or the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Coast Guard, all right, whatever military branch they want to go in, now they're going to have to require a registration with the draft. So the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDAA, approved by the committee behind closed doors on Wednesday, amends the Military Selective Service Act to require the registration of women for selective service. And this is according to a summary released on Thursday. The United States has not instituted a draft since Vietnam, like I said. My Uncle Tony was in Vietnam. And Pentagon officials have repeatedly said they intend to keep the force all volunteer. But men ages 18 through 25 still have to register with what's officially known as selective service system. Yeah, I remember when Andrew turned 18, he had to register with the selective service or face consequences such as losing access to federal financial aid for college. Congress has been debating whether to expand the registration requirement to women since all combat jobs were open to female service members since 2016. That year, both the House and Senate Armed Services Committees included a requirement for women to register in their initial versions of the NDAA. But the House's version of the bill dropped the language before the bill came to the floor. After conservatives pushed to exclude the language during negotiations between the House and the Senate, The version of the NDAA that ultimately became law instead created a commission to review the draft registration requirements. Last year, that commission recommended draft registration be expanded to include women, calling it a necessary and fair step. Senate Armed Forces and Services Chairman Jack Reed, that's R-E-E-D, he's from Rhode Island, earlier this year hinted the changes to the draft would make it into his committee's NDAA, saying he hoped to incorporate the commission's recommendations in large part. In June, the Supreme Court declined to take up a case challenging the constitutionality of all-male draft, citing the expectation that Congress would soon act on this issue. It remains to be seen, of course, whether Congress will end gender-based registration under the Military Selective Service Act. And Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote that in an opinion joined by Justices Stephen Breyer and Brett Kavanaugh. But at least for now, the court's longstanding deference to Congress on matters of national defense and military affairs cautions against granting review while Congress actively weighs the issues. So, listen, do I think this is a good idea? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to let you guys weigh in on this, okay? What do you think? Let me know. Because, while it's equal opportunity, and you can't be biased, especially when it comes to the military, they're already serving now as it is. So I'm not sure. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about was the goal to add 4 million more acres of farmland to Conservative Reserve Program. So here we go again with this, okay? It's taking land out of production for agricultural environmental impact, okay? How this is, I don't know, with the data administration willing to pay farmers more money not to farm. Okay, this was brought to my attention again. Now, whether they're going to be doing this, I don't know. A lot of you have said that you have family members that are farmers and that this is not true. Some of you had said, yes, this is true. So if you could weigh in on this and tell me if anything has changed, please do. Okay? You know that I will always leave a link in the description box below so you can use this as a reference if you have to show this to your family members and say, hey, is it or is it not? Right? They're saying that they want to pay farmers to leave land fallow, part of a broader government-wide effort to cut greenhouse gas emissions in half by 2030. I don't know. I really don't. The new initiative will incentivize farmers to take land out of production by raising rental rates and incentive payments. I've heard so many different things about this. I really can't say yay or nay. I really can't. Because I've heard too many contradicting stories. I've heard, yes, they're doing this. I've heard, no, they're not doing this. So I really can't, you know what I mean? And then there's this. So there's a domain name system, or DNS, okay, failure began around 11 o'clock a.m. on Thursday. Now, the DNS, okay, acts as the phone directory of the internet, okay? It translates names of websites into IP addresses, okay? If the DNS system fails, now no one can get to a website using its name. Like, say, I want to go to Walmart.com because I need to buy this, this, and that. Okay, so if you go in and you type in Walmart.com, you're not going to be able to get to Walmart.com by typing in Walmart.com or Target.com, right? So the problem could be stemming from content delivery company, Akame. Okay, I'm not saying, no, knowing if I'm saying this correctly, so I'll just spell it out for you. It's AKAMAI Technologies. And a statement from the company says this: investigating. We are aware of an emerging issue with the Edge DNS service. We are actively investigating the issue. If you have any questions or are experiencing impact due to this issue, please contact Akame Technical Support. In the interest of time, we are providing you the most current information available, which is subject to changes, corrections, and updates. Some of the major websites experiencing issues and outages include PlayStation Network, Fidelity, FedEx, Steam, UPS, Airbnb, Home Depot, Amazon, according to Down Detector. Okay, well, there's more. Let's see. Warframe, Akame, LastPass, Home Depot, USAA, Southwest Airlines, Charles Schwab, Newegg, Discover, the credit card Discover, US Bank, Call of Duty, Costco, Cloudflare, DraftKings, AT&T, Amazon Web Services, and HBO Max. Okay, so those are the websites that were affected. There's no word if the issues or outages are interconnected, but it certainly raises an eyebrow that something under the surface is happening. All of the issues and outages for the websites listed above appear to have originated around 11:15 to 11:30 Eastern Time. The massive internet outage comes just 2 weeks after the Cyber Polygon 2020 simulation about a cyber pandemic was completed. Does make one wonder sometimes. Yeah, no kidding. Now, this was as of yesterday, so I'm not sure if these websites are still down. So if anyone has gone to these websites, I have not, honestly. So if anyone has gone to these websites, let me know and tell me if they're back up, okay? So, all right, guys, that's all for this video. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay positive, keep prepping, and as always, fear less. And I'll see you later on tonight, 7 o'clock. Me and Trish, we're going live. Bye.